Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Naishkarmya Siddhi is the text that we are going to study. It is a Siddhi Grantha. Madhusudan Saraswati ji, when he composed Advaita Siddhi, he wrote a shloka, Siddhinam Ishta Naishkarmya Brahmaganam Iyam Chirat Advaita Siddhiraduna Chaturthi Samajayata. When he wrote Advaita Siddhi, it was the fourth text as a Siddhi Grantha. So he said, Siddhinam Ishta Naishkarmya Brahmaganam. Ishta Ga Naishkarmya Ga Brahmaga. Tesham Ishta Naishkarmya Brahmaganam. So Ishta Siddhi, Naishkarmya Siddhi and Brahma Siddhi, these were the other three Siddhi Granthas before Advaita Siddhi was composed. Advaita Siddhi is the fourth text. After that, Swarajya Siddhi is one Grantha. And then Advaita Brahma Siddhi, somebody has composed. So later also some people must have written. What is so unique about these Siddhi Granthas is that they have Swapaksha Sthapana Purvaka Parapaksha Nirakaranam. Swapaksha Sthapana Purvaka Parapaksha Nirakaranam. They will establish their Paksha and they will do Nirakaranam or refutation of the other Pakshas. In other words, there will be lot of Purva Pakshas in such Siddhi Granthas. In Naishkarmya Siddhi, the Purva Pakshas are in the form of Mimamsakas, Samuchayavadinas, those who want to do Karma Upasana Samuchaya. They don't call it Karma Upasana Samuchaya, they call it as Karma Jnana Samuchaya. But actually it is Karma Upasana Samuchaya. Or they say it is Jnana Upasana Samuchaya. There is Jnanam and after that Jnanam we have to do some Upasana. These are all Purva Pakshas. And then you have Sankhya, Nyaya, Bauddha. These are the Mukhya Purva Pakshas. So their refutation is one of the objective. Naishkarmya Siddhi, this Shabda, it comes in Bhagavad Gita in 3rd chapter also, but more importantly in 18th chapter. Naishkarmya Siddhim Paramam Sanyasena Digachati. This sadhaka attains Naishkarmya Siddhi. In that, Ashyakar writes, see, Nishkarma. Nishkarma means Nirgatam Karma Yasmat. Tat Brahma Nishkarma. That from which karma has gone out for good. Means that which has no sambandha with karma. Karma and Brahma has no sambandha. So Nirgatam Karma Yasmat. So in other words, Brahma has no karma. Brahma is not a result of any karma. Tasya bhava, nishkarmasya bhava, naishkarmyam. So if nishkarma is Brahma, then what will be naishkarmya? Nishkarmasya bhava, naishkarmya. Nishkarma is Brahma. What will be naishkarmyam?
Brahma bhava.
Brahma bhava.
Tad vishayak.
Brahmatva. Actually, it means Brahmatva. Brahmatva Siddhi. Siddhi means Nishchaya, Nishpattihi. Jnanam, which is not subject to negation. This is called Naishkarmyam. Naishkarmya Siddhi means that Jnanam which is related to Brahmatva, my Brahmatva. Jiva is Brahma. Jivasya Brahmatva Nishchayaka Jnanam. Jivasya Brahmatva Nishchayaka Jnanam. Jiva will have Nishchaya that I am Brahma. This is called Naishkarmya Siddhi. Means I am which Brahma? I am that Brahma which has no sambandha with karma. That's why Brahma Jnani, who has understood his Brahmatva, is Naishkarmyam. That Brahma Jnani has no prarabdha because he is Brahma. And Brahma is my Swarupa. Brahma is me myself. Therefore, Swaswarupanu Sandhanam, Swaswarupa Avasthanam is Naishkarmyam. Somebody may say, Naishkarmyam means no karma, sitting without some karma. Tushnim bhava. Tushnim bhave avasthanam means sitting quietly. I am so happy. There is nobody around. There is no disturbance. You go in some mountains here, there are in Himalayas, so many mountains are there. You sit somewhere, you will feel quiet, good. 4 days you sit there, you will feel, so nice. That is not called Naishkarmya. Why? Can somebody tell? Because that, yes,
That Udasina Bhava is Kartritantra, Swamiji?
correct. In that, Kartrutva is not gone. Karmani akarmaya pashyet, akarmani cha karmaya. So there, in that akarma or so-called nishkarma, there is karma. Karma is present there. Karta is there. That is not Naishkarmya. Not doing something for some time is not Naishkarmya. Knowing that I am that Brahma which has no sambandh with karma is Naishkarmya. So the topic should be very clear. Now it's related to this, another associated topic I will tell. This is a Siddhi Grantha and it is a Vedanta Siddhi Grantha. What is the Vishaya of Vedanta? Jiva Brahma Aikya. What is the Vishaya of Tattva Bodha?
Jiva Brahmaikya.
Jiva Brahma Aikya. What is the Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita? Jiva
Same.
Brahma Aikya. So if you take some Prakarana Grantha, basic Prakarana Grantha, its objective is Jiva Brahma Aikya, that is a subject matter. Bhagavad Gita also same. And Siddhi Grantha, Advaita Siddhi you take or Naishkarmya Siddhi. Vedanta's Anubandha Chatushtaya will be there everywhere. Then what is the difference between studying Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha and studying Naishkarmya Siddhi? What is so different? Anubandha Chatushtaya is same. Vishaya is same. Prayojanam is same. So this is the thing. Siddhi Granthas, they also discuss about some subtle topics when they do Swapaksha Sthapana. And those topics are discussed only for advanced students. Because they only will have advanced questions. Those who have basic needs and basic questions, they are dealt with in the preliminary granthas. All they want to know is how many koshas are there, and at the most, what are the components in antakaranam, what are the components in sukshma sharira. Such things, they are discussed at the basic level. In Siddhi Granthas, none of these things will be discussed. And therefore, the sadhana in the Siddhi Granthas is also very advanced. So those who want to do very sukshma sadhana at advanced level, they need advanced texts. By advanced means their mind is already so sukshma, they already have dealt with all the other preliminary requirements. So for example, if my thought process is how to finally distinguish between Nirvishesha Atma and Savishesha Pramata, because this is the thing that is where I need to focus now. Nirvishesha Atma and Savishesha Pramata. Pramata is Savishesha because he has Antakarana as its Visheshana. In other words, how do I distance myself from my Antakarana? This is my sadhana. I don't need to do japa. I don't need to do padayatra here, there. I don't need to do other things. My main thing is how I can denounce my Antakarana. How Antakarana's problems are not my problems. This is where I want to focus. So I need to distance myself from that Antakarana. I need such thinking, such sadhanas. So texts like Naishkarmya Siddhi and Upadesha Sahasri, they are actually focusing on that topic. And if I want to constantly dwell on Jagat Mithyatva and my Advaita Swarupa, Advaitatva, then I need Advaita Siddhi. Not that in all Vedanta Granthas will say Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Jiva Brahma Iva Naparaha. But in Tattvabodha, Atmabodha, Viveka Chudamani, Jagat Mithyatva will not be elaborated. Advaita Siddhi talks only about Jagat Mithyatva or Dvaita Mithyatva. Naishkarmya Siddhi talks about Brahma not having any sambandha with any karma, any upasana. In other words, only Jnanam can give you moksha. And you don't need to do any upasana after clear understanding of Mahavakya. This is the objective of Naishkarmya Siddhi. And the sadhana in the form of not to identify with mind. So such things are very subtle. They need subtle teaching. Such things are taken in Siddhi Granthas or any advanced text like Upadesha Sahasri also. So the objective should be clear, and you look at Bhagavad Gita, for example. Bhagavad Gita will not elaborate on Jagat Mithyatva, will not elaborate on Nirvishesha, Savishesha, Aham, Viveka. Nirvishesha Aham, Kutastha Chaitanya. Savishesha Aham, Antakarana Vishishta Chaitanya, otherwise known as Pramata. Between Kutastha Atma and Pramata, this Veda, that will not be elaborated. And Tattvabodha, Atmabodha, they have different objective. So each Grantha has its place. And what work you can do with advanced texts, obviously, that will not be substituted by those other texts. Okay. So, Bhagavan Bhashyakara, this is now a little bit connection in the sense about the Acharya, author. Bhagavan Bhashyakara wanted Kumaril Bhatt to write Vartika on Brahma Sutra. Because Kumaril Bhatt Acharya has written Vartika on Jaimini Sutras. Actually, not on Sutra, on Jaimini Sutra Bhashya of Shabar Swami. So on Shabar Bhashya, in that there are 12 chapters. On them, Kumaril Bhatt has written Vartika. So Bhashyakar wanted that he would write Vartika on Brahma Sutra Bhashya also. So Bhagavan Bhashyakar went to him, and the story goes that Kumaril Bhatt ji at that time was doing Prayaschitta and wanted to give up his body. But he said there is another great scholar equivalent to me, and that is Mandana Mishra ji. So then Bhagavan Bhashyakar goes to him. Actually, he goes to that town, Mahishmati. And there he is asking one Panihari, who is actually a servant, maid servant in the house of Mandana Mishra ji, who had gone to the well to fetch the water. So Bhagavan Bhashyakara asks her, where does he live? Where does Mandana Pandita lives? She says, in Sanskrit she gives a shloka, this maid servant, attendant. Swata pramanam parata pramanam kirangana yatra giro giranti dvarastha nidantara sanniruddha janihitan mandana panditaukaha. Swata pramanam parata pramanam. She says, Kirangana. Kirangana means these female parrots. Dvarastha Nidantara Sanniruddha, which are there on the near the door where the needle, the nests are created, or their cage, whatever, and they are reciting constantly this Swata Pramanam, Parata Pramanam. Whether the Vedas are Swata Pramanam or Parata Pramanam, this is what they discuss. Understand that is the Okaha. Okaha means the residence of Mandana Pandita. San Mandana Pandita Okaha. Giranti, Gri Dhatu is there, Gri Nigarane. In that Gri becomes Gira by the Sutra, Rita Idhato. Gri will become Gira, Giranti. So he was such a great scholar where the parrots outside his house also are talking about Vedas. Then Bhagavan Bhashyakar goes to him, and then he becomes disciple of Bhashyakar. He was in the 8th century, and he is very well known as Vartikakara. He has written Vartika on Manasollasa, which I have already taught. Some of you have studied. On Dakshinamurti Stotram, Manasollasa Vartika. He has also written Vartika on Panchikaranam, which we have seen, some of you have studied. Then he has written Vartika on Taittiriya Upanishad, and then Brahadaranyaka Upanishad, called Brahadaranyaka Bhashya Vartika. Vartika means Uktanukta Duruktanam Chinta Yatra Pravartate. Anybody knows this shloka? Vartika. Uktanukta Duruktanam.
Tam grantham vartikam prahu vartikagnya mani.
Grantham Vartikam Prahuhu Vartikagnya
Vartikam.
Manish. So there were Ukta, Anukta and Durukta. Ukta means what is already said, that is discussed. Anukta means what is not said, that is explained also. And Durukta means something which is given, but a person might feel, means the author feels that it is difficult to grasp, then he can simplify. Or there is alternative interpretation, then he can give alternative interpretation also. So Sureshwaracharya ji has done such work, elaborated. And of course, Brahadaranyaka Vartika is very big. Lot of shlokas from Brahadaranyaka Vartika are covered in Naishkarmya Siddhi. And lot of shlokas from Upadesha Sahasri are also included in Naishkarmya Siddhi. So what is there from Brahadaranyaka is his own composition only, and what is there from Upadesha Sahasri is his Guru's work, so he can take both. Okay. Now about Naishkarmya Siddhi. In Naishkarmya Siddhi, it is a prose as well as poetry. Poetry in the form of shlokas. Prose in the form of Sambandhokti. Sambandhokti means that which is a connection which Sureshwaracharya ji himself has composed. So he himself writes the prose, then he himself introduces the shloka and gives the shloka. So this Sambandhokti has different purpose. 5 different objectives he accomplishes through this Sambandhokti. One is he introduces the problem for discussion. What is the problem? Then he gives explanation, shloka, etc. Then another objective is to give introduction to the verse. Means he uses Sambandhokti for introducing a verse. Why this verse has come? Like many times, sometimes we don't know why this chapter is there. To give you a simple example from Bhagavad Gita. You have 7th chapter. What is the name of 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
Jnana Vijnana.
Jnana Vijnana Yoga. And what is the topic of 9th chapter? What is the title?
Rajavidya.
Rajaguhya yoga.
Raja Vidya, Raja Vidya. In between, there is 8th chapter. Obviously, between 7 and 9, there will be 8th chapter. This 8th chapter talks about Akshara Brahma Yoga. And it seems that it has a different subject matter suddenly. Because some questions were asked at the end of 7th chapter, or some terms were introduced. They are asked and Bhagavan gives answers to them. So, Sambandha, I have to know what is the connection between 7th and 8th chapter, 8th and 9th chapter, and 7th and 9th chapter. So, like that, between shlokas also, Sambandha is required. That Sureshwaracharya ji gives. Introduction to a shloka and connection between the shlokas, both. Then the fourth point is, he gives Purva Pakshas in Sambandhokti also, sometimes. And then refutation, either in the Sambandhokti itself or through Sambandhokti in the shloka. And then sometimes to recap a topic, give summary, that also he presents in the Sambandhokti. So the Sambandhokti, etc., they are very useful. Okay. Now, some principal teaching of Sureshwaracharya ji. He says Brahma is not Jagat Karana. Means this is already clear to those who have studied Mandukya properly and thoroughly. Those who have studied Mandukya properly and thoroughly, they already know Advaita Vedanta Siddhanta. If you have not studied, at least you note this. One is Brahma is not Jagat Karana. Brahma is Karya Karana Vilakshana. Therefore, Brahma is not Antaryami. Antaryami is Ishvara. Brahma is also not Sakshi. Sakshi is with the Upadhi, Brahma with the Avidya with the Upadhi of Avidya. Brahma with Avidya Upadhi is called Sakshi. So this, he makes it very clear, and his idea is, or his theory is called Abhasavada. Abhasavada. Jiva is Abhasa of Brahma. And this Brahma is also not Pramata, Karta or Bhokta. If you note down or remember for reflection, Brahma is not Jagat Karanam, Brahma is not Antaryami, Brahma is not Sakshi. Brahma is not Pramata, not Karta, not Bhokta. All of these are within Avidya. So I have to distance myself from Pramata, Karta, Bhokta. First you distance from that. Then we'll deal with Sakshi. Okay. So this is about Acharya and his teaching, etc. He is a great scholar. He has written a lot of shlokas, but has a great devotion to Acharya. Now, first chapter of Naishkarmya Siddhi. So on this, there are different tikas. The tika that we are going to see is Chandrika tika. There is another tika written by Chitsukhacharya ji. Chitsukhacharya ji is very well known for Chitsukhi. He has written a shloka on Naishkarmya Siddhi also. Tika on Naishkarmya Siddhi also. So it is seen that this Chandrika tika, which we are going to study, pretty much includes everything of Chitsukhacharya ji's commentary and more. This Chandrika tika that we are going to study includes everything of what Chitsukhacharya ji has written and more. And Sukhacharyaji's guru's name was Jnanottama. And Chandrika Tika is written by Jnanottama. Jnanottama Acharya, that in the beginning itself he gives his name. So many times we feel that Sukhacharya ji must have written first commentary, and then Guru, after seeing it, probably must have elaborated on that. This is very much possible. But some people say, no, that Jnanottama was sannyasi. This Jnanottama of Chandrika was a grahastha, so they are different. It could be possible, and it's also possible that he was grahastha when he started the commentary, and after first chapter or second chapter, he took sannyasa and he completed the rest. It's possible. So everything is possible. But we are going to study this Tika, Chandrika, by Jnanottama-charya, which is an elaborate version of the Sukhacharyaji's commentary. There are some other commentaries also. I heard some names, and but they are not easily available. Somewhere in some library they could be there. Let us just focus on this Chandrika Tika. Okay, so on this first chapter now, I will just give you a quick Ruparekha, an outline. Shloka number 1 to 8 is invocation and introduction. 1 to 8. This is called Upodghata. Upodghata. What is the definition, Lakshana of Upodghata?
Chintan Prakrita-siddhyartham upodhalpatam prachakshate.
Chintam Prakrita Siddhyartham Upodghatam Prachakshate. Prakrita Siddhyartham Chintam. Prakarana is of Jiva Brahma Aikya. To get Jiva Brahma Aikya as my Mukhya Vishaya, I need to do some other preparation. That introductory preparation is called Upodghata, whose theme is not Jiva Brahma Aikya, whose theme is to facilitate Jiva Brahma Aikya. Like before I start eating, which is my main objective, let us say, I need to do some, or somebody needs to do some preparation. Then we can eat. That preparation is required. This is Upodghata. So from Shloka 1 to 8, this is what is done. Prakrita Siddhyartham Chintam, or Prakrita Siddhyartha Chinta, that is Upodghata. Shloka 9 to 13 is Jnanam Abhyupetya Karmavada. Jnanam Abhyupetya Karmavada means accepting Jnanam, still karma is important. This is Bhattamata. Means he introduces this Bhattamata. Shloka 14 to 19 is Jnanam Anabhyupetya. Anabhyupetya means Asvikarya. Not accepting Jnanam, only Karmavada is Prabhakarmata. This is Shloka 14 to 19. 2021 is Jnana Karma Samuchayavada. So there are three Mukhya Jnana Karma Samuchayavadins: Brahmadatta Matam, Mandana Matam, and Bhartru Prapancha Matam. So here Jnana Karma Samuchaya means they are saying Jnana and Upasana Samuchaya. From shloka 22 to 53 is Bhatta Mata Nirasa, refutation of Bhatta Mata. 54 to 79 is Brahmadatta Mata and Bhartru Prapancha Mata Nirasa. So, in that 54 to 66 is Samanya Samuchaya Nirasa, and 67 to 79 is Vishesha Samuchaya Nirasa. Samuchaya means combining the two, combining Jnanam also and Upasana also. So according to Vedanta Mata, you don't need to combine Jnanam with anything. You want to do Upasana, you do Upasana. We will see all these details when we see the topics. So this is from 54 to 79. Samanya and Vishesha Samuchaya Nirasa is done there. 80 to 84 is Bhatta Mata Nirasa again. 80 to 84. 85 to 97 is Prabhakar Mata Nirasa. And 98 to 100 is Upasamhara, conclusion. Conclusion is only Jnanam is needed for moksha. No Anabhyupetya Karmavada, Abhyupetya Karmavada, Samuchayavada, Samanya Vishesha, nothing is required except Jnana. Okay. With this, let us see the text. Page number 1 in Chandrika Tika. Om Shri Ganapati Saraswati Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Salutations to Bhagavan Ganesha, Saraswati and Sadguru, Guru Parampara. Salutations to all of them. I will chant the shloka. You can keep on mute, but chant. Vishnostat paramam dhama Dyotamanam nijashriya Anandamitamadvaita Matma bhutang punatunaha. Vishnostat paramam dhama Dyotamanam nijashriya Anandamitamadvaita Matma bhutam punatunaha. Naha punatu. Naha means asman, to us. Punatu. Punatu, may it purify. Pui, pavane dhatu, punatu. What will purify us, or what should purify us? Vishnoho tat paramam dhama Nijashriya Dyotamanam Ananta Amitam Advaitam Atma Bhutam Naha Punatu. This is the Anvaya. Atma Bhutam Advaitam. In short, if you want to read, that Advaita which is my own self. Atma Bhutam Advaitam Naha Punatu. May it purify us. What is that Advaitam? Other things are given. Vishnoho tat param dhama. It is the supreme abode of Vishnu. So one should not think, oh, Vishnu is one, his dhama is different. Vishnoho paramam dhama is like Rahoho Shiraha. Rahoho Shiravat Shashti is actually not indicating any sambandha between two. Vishnu itself is Dhama. The Ashraya itself is Vyapaka, otherwise known as Vishnu. And it is Dyotamanam. Dyotamanam, Dyut, Deepta Udhatu is there, Shanacha Pratyaya, Dyotamanam. Dyutiman, that which is shining, brilliant. How? Nija Shriya Dyotamana. By one's own, Shri means Vaibhava, glory. Nija Shriya. Not by borrowed glory. Nija Shriya Dyotamana. What is Shri then? Shri will be Chaitanya, Jyoti. Nija Shriya Dyotamanam. Ananta Amitam. Infinite and immeasurable, incomparable. Or Amitam also means limitless. Ananta Amitam. Mitam means less, measured. Ananta means, Amitam means immeasurable. So infinite, immeasurable. Advaitam, Atma Bhutam, Naha Punatu. Next shloka. So first shloka you all can chant together. Not with mute, without mute.
Vishnu Tat Paramam Dhama Dyotamanam Nija Shriya
Bhutam Punatunaha
Tejasyastrayambakam bhuyat भूयसे श्रेयसे मम यदा चामति निःशेषं भक्तानां भववारिधिं तेजस्त्रयम्बकं भूयात् भूयसे श्रेयसे मम यदा चामति निःशेषं भक्तानां भववारिधिं तेजस्त्रयम्बकं भूयात् भूयसे श्रेयसे मम तेजस्त्रयम्बकं मम भूयसे श्रेयसे भूयात्. What is that Trayambakam? Yad Bhaktanam Nishesham Bhavaridhim Achamati. Achamati means he does the Achamanam. Paramatma does the Achamanam of all our sorrows which are in the form of ocean. Bhavaridhim Achamati. What a wonderful way of expressing. Our problems are like, in Achamanam, they take only one drop in the palm, not so much water. And then only one drop is there, and in the Achamanam, you don't have to even touch your lips to the palm, etc. Because immediately after that, you have to do puja. So first, and then if by mistake it is touched, you still wash your hands. All our problems of the bhaktas in the form of this samsara sagara, Bhagavan brings them. Achamati. Tejaha. Bhagavan is Tejas Swarupa. Tejaha Trayambakam. So Tejas Chasau Trayambakaha. He is Tejaha and he is Trayambakaha. Trayambaka, Trayanam Lokanam Ambakaha. Iti Trayambakaha. Tam और सह त्रयंबकः मम भूयसे श्रेयसे भूयात्. And what does he do? Yat Trayambakam Bhaktanam Nishesham Bhavaridhim Ajamati. Ambakaha. Amba Shabda in Sanskrit means mother. Amba. So Ambakaha means Janakaha, Pita. Amba is mother. Ambakaha is father. So Trayanam Lokanam Ambakaha, Janakaha. Because यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति यत् प्रयन्ते अपि संविशन्ति स. So that Brahma is Trayambakaha. Bhuyase. Bhuyase Shabda. What is the Pratipadika?
Yes. Second. Yes, Swamiji.
Bhuyas Shabda. How Bhuyas Shabda is formed?
Bahu.
Bahu. Bahu Shabda. Then there is a sutra. Bahor Lopo. Bhucha Bahoho. Bahor Lopo. Bhucha Bahoho. Bahu Shabda, that Bahu Lopa happens. And Bahu will be replaced by Bhu. Then Iyasun Pratyaya comes. In that, E and Un will go. Bhuyas Pratipadika will be there. Chaturthi Ekvachanam Bhuyase. And Shreyase,
Shreyas.
huh?
Shreyas.
Shreyas Pratipadika. How Shreyas Shabda is formed? How Shreyas Shabda is formed? Prashashasya Shraha. Prashasya. In the form of anything which is Prashasya. Shraha Adeshakam. This is Sutra. Prashasyasya Shraha. Then in that Shra, Yasun Pratyaya comes. There also it becomes Shreyas. Then Chaturthi Ekvachanam is Shreyase. Those who are full-time students, note down these sutras and go through them again. Next shloka we will just read, meaning we will see in the following session. Naishkarmya Siddhi Vidhaya Sudhaya Sudhiyam Vyadhat Yomrtatvam Namamastam Sureshwaracharya Naishkarmya Siddhi Vidhaya Sudhaya Sudhiyam Vyadhat Yomrtatvam Namamastam Sureshwaracharya. Meaning we will see in the following session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।